well, and this is what they've adjusted to. So this to them is normal. And instead of receiving that affection, sometimes they receive monetary rewards or verbal praise or things of that nature instead of that affection. And typically, in a lot of these cultures, once a child reaches like 3, 4, and 5 years of age, they've moved past that toddler stage. The parents start to see what's called an independent phase in the child. And so they take advantage of this independence that the child is developing, and they push that upon the child because they want the child to be able to succeed without them. So that's where they kind of withdraw that physical affection. And then another aspect of parenting is, of course, corporal punishment. This, again, is a very highly debated topic. Some people agree with it, some people don't. But most people in the United States agree that corporal punishment is acceptable. However, a lot of parents are hesitant to use it and typically do not use it unless it's a last resort. And again, corporal punishment has different effects on different children. It is used differently in different cultures. The way that the punishment is given is different. In a study of about 500 children of different races, different ethnicities, the African American child actually responded the best to receiving corporal punishment. After receiving a spanking, they were more respectful and more understanding of what was expected of them versus any of the other races, children of races or ethnicities that were in the study. And typically, outsiders kind of look upon the African American community as being very harsh and resorting a lot to punishment, but really, if it's something that has worked in their culture for decades, it's probably something that they are going to continue to do. Kind of to wrap things up, practices of child rearing are deeply rooted in their own cultures. So everybody has their different ways, and then they branch off from that and create more different ways. And as a parent, it's their jobs to be able to learn from these cultures instead of just pushing them to the wayside. Take the time to learn and to understand why specific cultures raise their children in specific ways and use specific practices. A lot of these practices a lot of this learning and understanding can lead the parent to finding a different practice that might work better, or finding an alternate way of punishment that might work better for their child. And in the long run, this benefits the child and everybody around the child, and it can bring out the best.